Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy personal reward CBC. It's 5 a.m. So let's get out to our usual start here. It's going to be a little less chill than normal because it's personal rewards. So let's get it. We got a really tough matchup today on the main account. Yeah, this account's really tough. 102 trophies. So I think we're going to have to go pretty deep on this one unless some kind of magic deal happens. Yeah, should be fun. See, the alt account looks like a pretty easy one, so we'll happily take it. But yeah, let's get started here. Don't forget to grab your clan quests. If you guys are like me, when you guys get a chance to get your quests, most of the good ones are gone, or the easy ones are gone. Well, actually, this is an easy one. We'll take that. Q. Else? Anything else? I guess we'll take this one. And we will take, oh, we did get a couple easy ones this time. What do we got here? We got medallions. I mean, this is totally not worth it, but it is what it is. Oh, nothing else. Nothing else really to buy. Energy is good. Yeah. It's the clan quest I always get shafted into. That's because of my time zone. So okay. I haven't done anything. I basically slept pretty early yesterday, so lots of stuff to do. Lots of stuff to do. Burn off some of this energy. Let's just double check the events first. Get the warm up. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning. Warm up, no problem. And Sand Devil. Yeah, this thing's gonna get hit hard. Sand Devil's gonna get hit. Hey, Philly. Yeah. Welcome, guys. Good morning. Yeah, well, good morning. It's 5 a.m. for me. What time is it for you guys? Oh, let's get some clan. Let's do the clan boss stuff first. All right, streamer luck. Let's see. Void shard, ancient shard. I would say that's decent. 2 p.m. Nice. 2 p.m. is nice. 5 a.m. is tired. 5 a.m. is tired. Not gonna lie. Okay, so let's jump into. Decided to book Maria for CVC. She wrecked me in LA and people called her bad. Yeah, she's good. She's good. She's perfect for Mercurial set meta. I remember when they announced the Mercurial set, I said that she was one of the champions that would really benefit in this meta, and I think I think people are starting to realize that. I don't use my Maria that much because my blessing on her is not high. I didn't go for the 5-star. So I've been slowly building her up, but I've been using her a little bit more lately. And yeah, she's fun. She's fun. My Vera looks good. My user for Go Second Team. Yeah, she looks pretty good. I play tested her last night. I just released a video on her, and yeah, she looks pretty fun. Looks pretty fun. Definitely a solid fusion. Is it a must do, can't miss? Not too sure about that, but not many fusions are must do, can't miss, but she's definitely solid. Try to get Fabian, but no luck. Yeah, any kind of chasing specific champions is very hard, obviously. I wait so long for Cleo Tur only to realize she's not good. Yeah, she's not good. I would say yeah, she's definitely not good. Some people will fight me when I call her bad, some people will fight me on it, but I think she's bad. I think she's bad, and I think there's no real reason to build one out. Um, yeah, there's just no real reason to build one out. Like you can use it, like make her 50 or something and use her in faction wars, but she's in a faction with lots of better damage dealers. Um, so where would you use Cleo Tur? Like nowhere, right? Like she's not good. She's not like a good overall nuker, and she's not even good in her faction. So I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. Not a good champ. Kind of a waste of resources, to be honest. I want a 9-piece. I want to do a 9-piece for Odin. I have 6-star, but the drop in speed is not worth the swap. Yeah, I mean, just keep doing Grim Forest. Eventually, we all get the pieces, right? That's the best thing about free content is that you just do it and then that's it. And then eventually you get the pieces. And the thing is like other people can't get that far ahead of you because it's the content's limited, right? So for example, like whales will have better gear because they have more stats. But I mean they'll have better builds because they have more stats from other areas, but the gear won't be that far ahead of you because it's time limited. So as long as you get it every single time, you're keeping up. Just make sure you use your ores on the pieces. Ores basically give you like another piece, like another roll, right? Another chance for it to be good. Is it worth to chase for 5-star if they give a chance to go get it? I don't think so, personally speaking. Unless you use her in the arena. And if you use her in the arena, then you can get more value from her 5-star soul. So when I was building her out, and I was playtesting her, I actually used no soul. I used no soul, and it's perfectly fine. If you get a 5-star soul for her, she gets additional accuracy and resistance, and she's not really a champion that really needs that. Like she doesn't need accuracy at all in her kit. And the resistance is nice, but she has increased resistance in her kit already. So you can actually think about it as I can get away with less resistance because she has increased resistance. But of course, if you're using her for, like I said, arena, then every single stat matters. So that's why you want to go for it. But I would say, you don't need to go get it. A 5-star banner could be good, for example. Like if you use her in the arena, 5-star banner, right? 5-star temporal chains would be good. 5-star life harvest could be good. For PvE, you don't need anything for her for PvE. She doesn't really benefit from anything for PvE. So yeah, I think you can make a case for not bothering with her 5-star soul for sure. You put her in the vault. That's where she belongs. My promise luck has been crazy since I returned to the game. 3 mythics and 5 pulls. I think that's a little beyond crazy. Yeah, I think that's a little beyond crazy, sir. Just a little bit. Saw your Vera vid. Many people are talking smack about her. I think that she isn't good for endgame, but is good for mid game and late game. I mean, there's no real reason to talk smack about her. I think she's just a solid champ. She's solid. Is she a must-have? Probably not, but I think she's solid. She definitely has a place for people's accounts, and I would say she's definitely way easier to build for a newer player than most champions because she doesn't require accuracy, right? All she needs is speed and HP. She doesn't even need HP. She just needs speed. So she's very easy to build, very forgiving, right? You can put whatever gear on her as a newer player, and then you'll have a decent support champion to help you go through waves, dungeons, hard doom tower, whatever. And if you're a newer player, she's huge for Hydra, right? Like you just, newer players don't have Shamail. They don't have proper teams. They need 3 Hydra teams. So for her, she covers one, right? She covers one of your, big roles, right? So yeah, she's a good champ. She's a good champ, solid champ. For endgame, it doesn't matter, right? Because you're endgame. Like if I didn't get her, no big deal. Literally nothing happens to me. But yeah, a newer player, if you can get it, good. If you can get the epic, good. The epic is really good, guys. So even if you're a really new player, the epic is worth it. The epic is worth it. I think everyone would like the epic because first of all, we don't have anybody for the new faction, the Argonites. So the epic really helps. Curio set that good. I have like 40 pieces. Yeah, Mercurial set is the best set in arena right now. It's definitely very strong. It's so strong that it's so strong that Plarium is releasing champions specifically to deal with it. And people are going to chase those champions because that's what people do. Hey, K Nubs, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? She's a mix between Duchess and baby version of Theo. Kind of. I mean, kind of. Kind of, sort of, maybe. I'm not too sure. She's not a bad mix. She's not a bad mix. She's not a bad mix. Her passive is interesting. She actually gives quite a bit of healing. Lots of support. Yeah, I think she's not bad. She's not bad. Definitely worth getting, especially if you guys are still working on faction wars because she has a revive, right? She has revive, lots of healing, which is really helpful. Against in faction wars, sorry, because the boss deals so much damage to you. I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat this team on the bottom here. We'll try to lock them out. Let's see. Sand Devil, yeah. I have a really bad CVC matchup this time. So I think it's time to spend some of the resources I've been saving. So I don't know. Should I go for the 5 million point badge? It seems ill-advised to go for the 5 million badge if I didn't prepare for it myself. So I don't know. Maybe I won't. But I think I could. I think I probably could. What do you guys think? Would that be insane? Let's see. Badges. Where is it? This one. 5 million point badge. That would be something. It's kind of nice because you get it and then you're done. But yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work and I just don't feel like doing that much work. My only supports are RB and Bayek, so I think I'm gonna go for the 5-star to put her in 700 res. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you have some big plans for her, then that sounds good, right? The 5-star soul makes sense, but you can definitely get away without doing it. Yeah, 50k gems. Yeah, this is like one of the reasons why I save the resources. But I don't know if I want to spend it. 50k gems. You kind of hope that you get something out of it, like instead of just like a bajillion sand devil material. Hey, what's up, man? Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How many TTA refreshes do you do for CBC? I usually do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 or 6 per day, somewhere around there. For a personal reward, 5 or 6 per day. So it's a reasonable amount, but yeah, it's still pretty good. it's still one of the best point value per gem, and it's quick. It's pretty quick, but it's not highest. You can't get the most points from doing tag team because it does take time and you have to manual it. So, and I can't kill every single team. The one man teams, yeah, but like once it starts to get out of the one man team, you have to like wait a little bit, right? I upgraded the altar bonus according to your recommendations, and I think I'll be able to clear it. All right, grats, man. Good luck. Yeah, priority. I mean, going for resistance is nice until you hit like 600 resistance or something. I think 600 resistance, then you're good for the entire Grim Forest on hard mode. And then after that, I would just do speed and damage, like just to go through everything. Speed is obviously way more important. If you can swing some more speed, that'll be nice. But yeah, let me just double check something here real quick. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough match. Gonna be a tough matchup. I'm hoping they swing some deal, but I don't think this clan deals at all. So oh, what's my newt stats? Yeah, sure. I'll show you the team. So this is, yeah, these are my newts. Nothing crazy. No stats in the Sand Devil, right? Phantom Shogun. I don't have any stats. 266. They're speed tuned for this dungeon, so that's the important part. You need the speed, proper speed, crit damage, and then accuracy. Defense, of course, helps. We have Soul Reap. This guy is the biggest one. He has the Soul Reap, which helps me finish off the boss, Giant Slayer, on the tier 6 mastery. Then the other newt, this one's in broken pieces, you see. 268. Much weaker. Phantom Touch for the Fire Knight Hard Shield. And then the last newt is in broken pieces. You see here, much weaker. So we got the first one, the strong. This one is the strongest one, but none of them are in ignore defense set. So first, second, finish with the Reaper, right? Hey, Graydon. Good morning, man. How's it going? Do they usually do Titan events or paths for 5-star Fusion Soul? Yes, they do. Almost without fail. The better fusions, they'll do like a full Titan event. But I think lately they've just been putting the souls in one-off events, maybe like a hero's path or a winner take all or something like that. And then they'll save the Titan event for something else, something more more important or whatever, or more popular. Which fusion would you go for? I've been playing since Turtles, so don't have the older fusions. I have them all except for Granite since I start playing. Do you have an Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss team? Do you have an Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss team? How are your dungeons doing? So it's basically between, like, there's three main ones. There's three of the best three. Sorry, I'll show you the best three. We'll talk about the best three. And then there's like specific questions you should ask yourself, and then they're different enough that it makes the decision way easier. So where is it? Is there a system? Where's the system? They don't show you the system? What the heck? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Where's the fusion system? If you don't have a fusion active, it doesn't show you where it is. You guys know what I'm talking about? Here you go. Okay, it must be here. If it's not here, then no, it's not here. Anyways, there's three main champions, right? So you have Fabian. Fabian is, if you don't have Fabian, but you have the other two, then Fabian's gonna be the one you want because this guy is like the best champion, like for regular people in the arena. He brings the lockout, right? He brings the lockout with the buff duration decrease, and he's just generally a very good like wave control champion. The other one, which is in my opinion higher priority for newer players, would be Newt. Newt would be the one. He speeds up a lot of your dungeons. He helps you clear bosses. He can play against Hydra. If you literally have nobody to play Chimera, he can literally be your guy in Chimera too. Um, he can't do arena. That's the thing, but he'll help you progress in many areas. And one of the hardest areas is Fire Knight Hard. So if you can't do Fire Knight Hard at all, he's going to be your guy. He's also going to speed up a bunch of your dungeons with the boss kills and stuff. So he's very important. He's very important. Everyone should have at least one Newt. But the most important guy is probably going to be Wixwell. So if you don't have an Ultra Nightmare team, Wixwell gives you a very easy Ultra Nightmare team, like no stress, easy. You can build it very quickly and easily if you have this guy. And if you know what you're doing. He also helps you in Hydra. He has the 81 provoke, very useful. He brings, protection and stuff like that. And if you have Titus, then he's going to shoot up big time with in value because him and Titus give you crazy amounts of damage for Hydra, for Chimera. So you'll be all set on that front. So I think it's between Wixwell or Newt. And it really depends on what stage of the game you're in. So you just determine that and then you go for whatever you need, right? Oh yeah. Yeah, if you guys like the stream, make sure you guys hit that like button. Appreciate that very much. And welcome everybody that's new here. CBC stream, we usually stream during CBC, so if you guys like to hang out on stream, that's what we do. 580 res, 140 accuracy, blah blah blah. I think I'll be able to do more upgrades. Yes. Tired of Titan events? Yeah, they need to mix it up a little bit. Do Trunda need her proper team to perform, or she's already good in Hydra on her own? She definitely needs a team. She definitely needs a team. I mean, she's still gonna hit hard with her one single hit, even by herself without the team. But if you have a good team, then that damage that she pumps out is just gonna be like multiplied many times, right? Like having a team that places all the debuffs, all the buffs on her, has the proper sets to make her hit hard, has passives that boost her damage, so all that stuff matters, right? And it's gonna make her big slam hit that much harder. So yeah, she's harder to build because she's harder to build than Titus because, in my opinion, Titus doesn't require crit, and then Titus can still do a lot of damage. But I think Titus teams obviously way more restrictive in what you can use. For example, like you have to bring Wixwell, right? You have to bring Wixwell. Whereas Trunda teams, you can really kind of mix and match and make it work, right? So there's not hard restrictions on Trunda team, but Trunda I think is higher on the gear requirement. She needs a really strong build, and building her out is much harder because you want her 100 with 100% crit rate. If you don't have champions that boost her crit rate, then you need her to be in the right sets, and then you need her with a little bit of accuracy too, so that she lands HP burns, so that she can beef up her Nature's Wrath buff. So, and then Titus just needs a little bit of resistance, no crit, speed varies, and of course right sets. And then both of them need good blessings, but I think Trunda needs the blessings more. But yeah, and I would say like Titus can deal more damage too with just generally less effort. That's kind of what I mean. But hey, good morning, Pappy. Good morning, Raz. Good morning. Got with you in one group in Sand Devil. Gotcha, man. Gotcha. Clan boss and dungeons are sorted. Really, PvP is lacking. If PvP, then it's probably going to be yeah, it's probably going to be Fabian. Fabian's amazing. The only champion that is, you know, better than Fabian right now is going to be Crixia for the lockout. And then the only champion better than those two champions is the yet to be released mythical champion. What's her name? Ray. Got her name. Ray Rio. The new the new high elf mythical that is barely dressed. That one is going to be the best lockout champion moving forward. Yeah, Sabrio. Sabrio, sorry, yeah, Sabrio, sorry. Sabrio, the distant, the new mythical. So she's gonna be the best lockout champion, so. But Fabian being a non-mythical, I mean, he's definitely up there. Hey Patrick, doing good. It's early morning. It's 5:20 in the morning, so it's early. Just doing our CVC grind here. Trying to get points, help out the team. Help the team out. Any plans to start streaming RTA struggles? Real time. What's RTA? 2 p.m. here. Yeah. Enjoy your lunch. Enjoy that lunch. I can't stream mainly because I work a normal job. So I work during normal working hours, and then I have a family, so I can't really just sit at my computer for hours and hours. You know, that's kind of that's the way it goes. You know, in my younger years, I did stream a lot. I was on, you know, I'm a Twitch partner. You know, I'm a Twitch partner. If you guys don't know, to get partner on Twitch, you need certain amount of viewers, like solid viewers, and then you have to apply, and it has to be like over a consistent amount of time. So I'm a Twitch partner. So I was streaming before, and yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible in terms of like streaming is fun. Streaming is fun. Don't get me wrong. Do it for fun. But you know, I was trying to do it as seriously as possible, and you know, I had like a 5-day or 6-day schedule. It's basically a job, right? Like, you know, I would work like a regular job, and then come back home and stream like a regular job, and then you just be at the desk for hours. And it was like, you know, you can get away with it because you don't have a family or anything like that, responsibilities. You know, I had a girlfriend or a wife at that time, so it was difficult. But yeah, it's definitely really tough. You like being like a YouTuber or a content creator is like way better because you can at least like find some time, and then you can make your content, and then you can schedule your content at whatever time you want, right? So it's a little bit different. Um, sorry, we're gonna do something. I don't really want to do CVC on. I don't really want to do faction wars on CVC. And then this is 11 minutes from the refresh. I don't want to refresh it. And then this got a refresh, so we can go through this. All right, let's do this. Oh, real time arena. Yeah, we can do some arena. Yeah, we can stream some arena. No big deal. But yeah, I don't do any kind of like serious streaming. And then we just stream on CVC just for fun. And like I have to wake up super early. So, you know what I mean? Like wake up at like 4:30, so I can get a couple hours of, you know, CVC stream in. So it's not easy, right? It's not easy, guys. Definitely get tired. Have you used Eric's much in Arena? No, I don't really use Eric's. I use her in Spider Hard. She's set up with a Slayer set to solo Spider Hard, but don't really use her. I don't really use her that much for soloing Spider Heart because I don't really solo Spider Heart that much anymore. The only place where I use her is maybe Spider Hard during like a double dip opportunity, right? Where there's like a training tournament plus the Spider tournament open. Then I'll use Eric's to get some extra points without any penalty or anything like that. But I know Marius can kind of do it in the right build, but I don't have him in the right build for soloing. 6 Sacred, should I go for Fabian or is it bait? Yeah, it's hella bait, dude. 6 Sacreds, you're most likely to get 6 epics, and then that's it. Nah, you're most likely to get 6 epics, and that's it. And some sad feelings. What time zone are you in? I'm Pacific West Coast. So Pacific Standard Time. Will you be getting the new Mythical from Grim Forest next rotation? Do you think it's worth the books, and what content do you think you will work in? That's a good question. The new Mythical from Grim Forest, no one has play tested her yet. No one has access to her because she was not given to anybody on the test server, so we have no access to her. I have no idea if she's good or not. When I read her kit, I thought she was below average, so I don't have high hopes for her. I don't think she's gonna, I don't think she's gonna do anything. To be honest, I think you're gonna get her, and then that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. She's not gonna be helpful, which is really unfortunate, right? Wallmaster, yeah, Wallmaster is, I think, better than Eric's. It's like a faster run, and gear requirement I think is probably easier too. I'm not sure if we're getting her. I honestly don't pay attention to her at all. I don't, like I said, I don't have high hopes for her. I'm not excited to get her. So yeah, I think she goes through Stone Skin, right? She's like a Stone Skin killer, but like, materials coming in, so there's gonna be slightly less champions in Stone Skin. Not gonna say like the whole meta is gonna move away from it, but less. There's gonna be less for sure. If you guys don't know what champion I'm talking about, it's from the Lizardman. This guy, Anaxia. I'm sorry, Anaxia. Sorry. Yeah, so A1 was it? Heal all allies. I mean, like heal all allies by 5% of their max HP. Honestly, like there's some champions that are already healing all allies by 10%, no condition. Like, why does she have a additional 5% if they're under leech condition? Like, there's really no reason for this. You could have her put leech and then heal everybody by 10%, and she still wouldn't be OP. Like, you know what I mean? Like, anyways, so that ability sucks, especially for Mythical. This A2, AoE, heals all allies by 15%. Value increases by 5% for each leech on the enemy. Increases by on the enemy team. Okay. If if a champion receives a surplus, place a shield on it. Okay, I mean that's good, so you don't lose the value of the additional heal. I mean, this is still a super weak ability. Like, and then on a 3-turn cooldown, AoE places leech, provoke, counterattack on this champion. Again, like it's an okay ability, but she's a mythical, right? Like she's a mythical. Passive. Each time this champion is hit with an enemy under a leech debuff, increase this champion's defense and HP. Sure, that's okay. When attacked by enemies whose attack is higher or equal to their defense, has a 100% chance to place decreased attack, and then it goes the other way against decreased defense. So if you're attacked by attack-based damage dealer, then decreased attack comes out. If she is attacked by defense-based damage dealer, not necessarily the case, but most likely scenario, she'll place decreased defense. When attacked by enemies on a leech, has a 50% chance to place provoke. I mean, her passive is okay, it's fine, but she's a mythical. I don't know. She feels like it should be better. And then this is her attack form. Single target attack places block buffs. Cannot be resisted if the target's HP is lower than this champion. She has 26k base HP. That's quite significant. A2, single target attack, 3-turn cooldown, ignore stone skin. Damage inflicted increases 50% by a target lower than this champion. I believe like Embrest is 100% increase. If one of his conditions on his AoE, I think it's 100% increase, right? And then Anaxia here is 50% increase. I'm just thinking Embrest because they're both HP based damage dealers. Resets the cooldown of the skill at the target skill. That's cool. I mean, it's a good, it's decent, fine ability, right? It should just say ignore 50% target's defense or something. I don't know. Single target hit, increase crit damage, steals turn meter, 100% turn meter, destroy max HP, destroys 50% max HP if they're lower max HP. Sure. That's okay, I guess. And then our passive will ignore 15% of the target's defense if the target's HP is lower than this champion. So that's pretty good. That's good. Ignore 15% of the target's defense. Additional. Also ignore 15%. Though 30% if they're under leech. She doesn't place leech on her secondary form, so you want to place leech in her main form and then transform and then hit. Every third skill uses this attack. Will attack all enemies. Oh, I see. That could be interesting. So she gets 15% flat ignore defense, 30% conditional. I don't know. I don't think she's gonna be very good. I don't think she's gonna be very good. But no one has play tested her, so we don't know. Yeah, her alt form's all single target. Yeah, she's worse than Donnie. I mean, Donnie's pretty good. Donnie's pretty good, so it's kind of hard to be a lot better than Donnie, but Hydra key. Do we have to use a Hydra key today? Okay. We can do that. First time seeing live. I've been playing for a month, a little bit now. Got some decent champs at 60, spending 600 on energy and shards. All right, congrats, man. Who should I look to pull if I need a better PvP champion? I mean, there's so many, man. And then it's gonna, there's so many, and the likelihood of you pulling like a specific champion, like I can throw you like a basket of 10 champions. And the likelihood of you pulling those champions would be pretty difficult. So you just have to evaluate whatever you pull, right? Whatever you pull, you just evaluate and do your best with those champs. Potentially AoE ignore nuke. Yeah. But I mean, you have a conditional AoE ignore nuke on her third hit. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. Why apply all these conditions? Like none of her abilities are super strong, right? Just not seeing it. I mean, you could definitely use her as like, a champion to go through Stone Skin, like ignore Stone Skin champion. You could definitely use her for that, I guess, but she doesn't seem very good. She doesn't need books. Oh, that's a good thing. You need to use all Hydra keys. Sorry? Sorry? It says do one Hydra key, right? Who should I put in the summoning portal? Oh, you're talking about the progressive today. You're talking about the progressive event today? Let me have a look at what's happening today. I mean, Fabian would be the best arena champion, PvP champion available in the progressive. If you're doing voids, then it's going to be Senna. If you're doing voids, she's just, good. Oh, it resets tomorrow. Really? Oh, wow. The week went by pretty fast. All right, you're right. Thank you. Thank you for that reminder, actually. I totally forgot. The weekend was a bit of a blur because it was a long weekend here. And then I was on a little bit of a vacation away from work. So not only did I start my went back to work first day yesterday, it was also like the end of the vacation. So my schedule, like my body schedule is like totally out of whack. I'm like, what day is it today? Tuesday? So anyways, yeah, good reminder. Primals today? Why? Personally speaking, I mean, primals are so rare. I would only pull them during boosted events because it's just the best chance for you to get, you know, better stuff. Um, should be no reason to pull them today, right? I don't know, unless you have a specific reason to pull them. I don't think so. Sorry, I'm just playing my other account. Hmm. Is Senna better than Palace though as a turn meter push champion? Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is. Yeah, I know you're thinking about Palace's passive, right? Or passive turn meter boost. The big thing is that with Senna, you can actually synergize her with other champions to make her ability even more powerful. Whereas Palace, I mean, I guess you could like put debuffs on your own team to get more turn meter, I guess, but oh no, sorry. I guess you could make her take more turns so that she can get more turn meter, but like Senna is giving turn meter every time she A1s, pretty much, right? And then she also has a turn meter boost on her own skill kit. Whereas Palace, I don't think Palace has turn meter in her kit outside of her passive. Let's see. Yeah, she doesn't. She only has the passive. So the more turns she takes, and she has to take a turn, then she gets turn meter. But for Senna, every time she attacks with her A1, if she has continuous heals out, then you're gonna get turn meter, right? So whenever it activates, fills by 5%. And she places them, and then she can instantly activate them herself. So if she gets extra turns, refreshes, then she can boost it up. Whereas Palace, if she gets extra turns and all that stuff, you're not going to get that much. You're going to get her end of turn ability, but she can bring all this stuff, right? So she should be better, and other champions will synergize with her as well. Just my 2 cents. All right, I guess we have to use some of these. Let's see here. How many left? 500. Do this. See. How to increase clan tier in CBC? It says 2.4, 2.9 on tier 2. So you have to exceed, you have to be above whatever tier point range you're in. So that's how you do it. Great Hawk question completed. All accuracy. What's next? Crit damage. Personally speaking, yeah, probably crit damage. And then after that, it's going to be probably going to be like HP or resistance. It really depends. Resistance is more like for specific builds is useful. I mean, it's useful everywhere. If you're like starting to build a little bit of resistance on some of your champions. HP is just like generally really good because it just gives you a more effective health pool. Um, Defense is also relatively good, especially if you're just low on defense against PvE content. Um, but yeah, it's kind of a wash at that point after accuracy and crit damage. Sorry, just setting up my other team here. Yeah, resistance is really strong. It's good. Huh. Just did 84 mil on Ultranightmare Clan Boss with Pelops, Xeno, Ezio, Tholin, Tagore. One key, quick battle, found unlocked, and also pushed up my consistent dragon time. Nice, congrats. Yeah, that's huge. The one key is massive. So once you get there, it's a good feeling. Oh, is my Kaimar doing nothing? Oh, he might not have gear on. Oh. Oh, he doesn't have gear on. Oh well. Oh well, he doesn't have gear on. Okay, there you go. He's back. He's back. Oh, all the keys are done. Okay. Just pulled Frozen Banshee on a new account. What makes her so good? Well, she used to be one of the few poisoners around. Now, obviously, that was many years ago. And yeah, she was good as a poisoner, but there's been so many more champions added into the game since she was, really, really good. That she's not that great anymore, right? She required like the best teams for her are like counterattack or ally attack, so she gets more A1s, more chances to place poisons. Her poison sensitivity gives you more damage output from those poisons. But yeah, I mean she's not great, but as a poisoner, she was doing pretty good. She was doing pretty good, but she got power crept, right? So yeah, whoops. I like how they don't let you know when you have missing gear. Only when you fail. Only when you fail, they'll let you know. They'll let you fail first. Yeah, I mean, it's not hard to add an icon for missing gear, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. Why not? Why not? Yeah, Sand Devil turn attacks are like my most efficient dungeon because I'm basically like one of the fastest teams like available. I think it's one of the fastest. I don't know. It has to be one of the fastest. So I get basically 3 tournament points per energy. So let me check the tournament. What is it? What is it at right now? And it's like 100% team, so I don't have to worry about it. So the top prize right now is 6,300 points. So that's only going to cost me 2,100 energy, which is the equivalent of which is usually second reward in a like dragon tournament, for example. But in a Sand Devil turn attack, I'll get the top reward, spending slightly less energy. So I can do this dungeon very efficiently, and it's very fast, right? Very fast. So this would be my dungeon of choice to spam points. That's for sure. Yeah, there's 2 second team. Yeah, which is crazy. That's crazy. The game only tells you anything after a fail, if even that. Yeah. I mean, it's like they want you to, waste your energy first. You're waiting for a champion chase to summon my Mithrala, your Carl, both the Void Legendary get some good points. Nice. Yeah. Those would be pretty good. Save them up for maybe the Fusion champion chase. We should have a summoning rush this week because then we had the champion chase last week. And we just had 2x void. What's next? What is next? Ancients? Is it 2x Ancients next? I don't recall. I don't remember. I gotta look it up. You have 10k points for Sand Devil? Whoa, nice. Oh, right. It's personal word, CVC. I mean, Sand Devil is just one of the easier ones because then they're relatively quick and just put on auto or whatever. A little bit more useful stuff than doing spider nowadays, of course. Uh, you think it's gonna be ancients? Okay. I'm like leaning towards ancient, but I honestly forgot. Your account needs souls, but you're waiting for Deck of Fate. Last one was rubbish. Yeah, that's good. Good discipline to wait. Yeah, get some value. But if you fail, you learn your lesson. Anaxia could be a good Hydra provoker because she doesn't need books if you get her early enough. Yeah, yeah. Fair, fair. Her base form with the provoke and leech could be useful for Hydra. But honestly, like it feels like it should be offering slightly more. Like she offers a heal, a leech, provoke. It feels like she should probably be offering slightly more, right? But yeah, I mean, you can definitely find some use for her, and I think a lot of people are going to get her because Grim Force is just more accessible content, right? Like where are we are? I'm at 79. 79. I don't know how many we get. I think max is 20. Is max 20 per rotation? I think. I don't know. See, I really don't know. It's probably going to take me a little bit longer to get all that stuff, right? Get her done. Maybe 2 more months, I think. 2 more months. What do you think? Mhm. You're doing the Godseeker Ninja, but I can't farm 25. My Godseeker dies to crit every time. I mean, yeah, it depends how far your gear is, but try the Golden Elixir. Golden Elixir could be really helpful. Makes the gear requirement a lot easier. Does this team fail if Sandel takes a turn? Sandel never takes a turn. Honestly, the team never fails. But yeah, if he takes a turn, the team of course fails. But he never takes a turn. There's no room for um there's nothing that can go wrong really. There's nothing that can go wrong. So yeah. I guess I guess theoretically, if like even if Riho misses the decreased defense or weaken or both, I think the team still wins because the newts they hit hard enough to kill the boss without without those debuffs. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. But sure, if double resist on defense down and weaken, I guess could mess up. Maybe. I don't know. Fusion calendar. It doesn't come out until the fusion's live or shortly before it's live, so it's gonna be tomorrow. You beat the final boss in Grim. Get to it, man. You pulled Klazag yesterday. You tell the gear and his uses. I did see the reviews and just want an opinion. I mean, he's amazing. He's amazing. Decreased defense, good buffs, crazy ability, crazy kit. Good passive. For the gear, I mean, you know, I don't know. I mean, whatever gear you have, I don't know what gear you have, man. He can you can play him with 9 piece Pharaoh gear. You can play him with protection gear. He's just an insane champion. His kit has so much value in it. It's just insane. And you can bring him in basically any battle. Hydra battle, Chimera battle. I guess you could even play him in arena if you wanted to. Any kind of dungeon, any dungeon bosses. His passive deals damage passively. You don't need to build him up with crazy stats like crit rate or crit damage because he doesn't actually hit very hard. But his passive will give him lots of damage. He needs accuracy, obviously, to land all this stuff. So you got to build him relatively fast. So he goes first. So he lands all this stuff before your damage dealers go. I mean, pretty standard stuff, I think. Find a video, watch a video. I made a video on him. Take a look at what he can do. And then obviously build what your account can build, right? You can't just hope for things that you don't have, or look at things that you don't have. Just do whatever you can do with your own account. Too bad we don't have the gear enhancement overlap. I don't want to do faction wars. Both of these just take too long on stream. Classic's the boss in Chimera. Yeah, he's amazing. See if he makes it unable to fail. Yeah. You're using your Rogar and Relentless. I need to change it. Which do you suggest? Ignore defense or just high crit damage? I would save, you know, it's basically what your gear can provide, right? Like if you have limited ignore defense gear, why would you put it on a champion like Rogard if you could put it on a better champion? So you just have to be mindful of where you want to put that gear, right? So like maybe you want your ignore defense gear on like an arena champion. So then you forego putting it on your Rogard and then just use your Rogard with like whatever spare gear, right? Like for example, like the example is that I use is like my newts. My newts, I just put random whatever gear on him just to boost up his like crit damage or whatever, and then I save my ignore defense gear for my arena champions, for example, right? So all my newts, they have random pieces of gear because they don't need ignore defense sets, right? You know, you just kind of make use with whatever you got. And yeah, so I need to do that. Oh, it's live arena time. Yeah, let's do some live arena. Make sure everybody's geared out here. Uh, all right, just give me a sec. Oh, right. Good call. Good call. He doesn't need accuracy against bosses. You're right. Yeah, my bad. He doesn't need accuracy against bosses. Or you can move it around. Yeah, you could definitely do that too. My Taras. Yeah, my Taras is unfortunately like I just use him for PvE content. So he helps me with waves, Grim Forest. But yeah, he's a 9-piece Mercurial. It's not the best set for him, but just the best like damage for PvE content. I have a Gore Crescent on him. I was using him for, like I said, clearing dungeons, clearing some waves. Yeah, it's crushing Ren. I used to use him in arena, but I don't use him in arena anymore. Kind of, kind of demoted, to be honest. Kind of a little bit demoted now. Sorry, one sec, guys. Um, are Moral Soulstones good to pull during CBC, especially if you need souls for my champs? No, no, man. No. You should wait. You should wait for. I think you should wait till you get some kind of event so you get some better value for those. Because you don't get them very often, and they don't give you a lot of points because the likelihood of you pulling something very good is very low. So I feel like you should probably wait for an event where you can get some additional value from things like soul stones, like a double, like a boosted rate event, or like a dead of fate, or um, events that give you additional resources. I think CVC is just CVC. Like I wouldn't think too hard about going for points. Just kind of do your thing. Do what your daily stuff. I don't know. That would be my advice for like a newer player. Is to not focus too much on CVC. Like don't overstretch yourself for CVC. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Uh, 5 or 6 star boost on a T2 souls. Yeah, yeah, me too, actually. Me too, man. Yeah, been waiting. I got like 110. Been waiting for a while. Um, I don't know. I whiffed pretty hard on the big ones. Like I spent like um all my saved up big resources on the last 2x soulstone event, and I whiffed pretty hard, man. I whiffed so hard. I still feel the pain to this day. And that was like a month ago. So, and yeah, I can't buy any 6 star or 5 star soul for a while. I have 19 here and I got 62. So like it's not even enough to buy a 5 star soul. So I can't even think about buying a 6 star soul for a long time. Um, yeah, it is what it is. I took some gambles and it didn't pay off. So looking to pull some of the medium ones to get some of the bigger resources back. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, the Eternal session was rough. Yeah, that was pretty rough. That was pretty rough. That was a rough one. I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. A lot of people have rough sessions. So for me, it feels like it's happening a little bit more often, but I'm sure it happens to everybody. So you should wait and just look at Soul Merchant for finding the ones you need until all the events arrive. Another thing is, you guys will notice that over time, this resource is going to get less important. This one, the Immortal Soul Essence, like you can kind of see like how many I can buy here, 1,341. This is just accumulated just by playing the game. So eventually, you will start not buying as many 1, 2, 3, and 4 star souls for champions, and then you start accumulating some of these, right? Which is nice because then you can start building more of these middle soul stones. Um, which give you resources for the big soulstone or the big essences, I guess. But um, I would say in the beginning, not focus too much on buying like the lower ones. Maybe if you need to like, obviously, if you're building to 6 stars, then yeah, go ahead. But if you start spreading your resources thin and start buying all the souls for all your random champions that you don't use, then you're gonna start spreading your resources a little bit thin. I think that happens in the beginning when you want to like kind of bless every single champion that you have. But I would be careful about going too thin on buying too many of the small blessings because they're just yeah. And unless you plan on using them full time, I would say maybe hold off. Uh, I don't know. The system's been out for a little while now, right? Um, but for newer players, yeah, I would be cautious about where to spend. Be very careful. Big ones you'll not do again. Yeah, I got totally hosed, man. Uh, how do you figure out what gear is actually worth upgrading for long term? For some reason, I've been having the resistance. You've been having on resistance, but apparently it. Gear. I mean, each champion requires different stats to function, right? So that's kind of what you're looking for. You're looking for stats to function. Okay, so Riho missed the weekend here. Riho missed the weekend. And the HP burn. So she missed 2 debuffs. Can we get there? Oh my god, we're actually gonna fail this? Are we gonna fail this? No, we don't fail this. We don't fail this. Well, you know what? Maybe this can fail now. Hmm. Maybe my newts need to be slightly stronger. I don't know. Previously, it would never fail, even if it lost weaken or decreased defense, but maybe it can fail now. That was pretty close. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. You sent 20? How much did I do? I didn't do as much. I think I did like 18 or something. But yeah, that was pretty bad. Yeah. I'll save my epic books for new epic fusion. Gonna get 2 of them. Nice. Yeah, she's pretty good. The epic fusion, definitely worth getting if you're not going for the fusion. Well, I mean, she's part of the brand new Argonites, so most people will need Argonites anyways, but she's a solid support champion. They got some good champions. They got a really good rare. They got a really good rare, and they got a really good epic for a support. So yeah, it's good. Sorry for the gear question. Obviously, like you need to hit the stats, right? So in the beginning, when you can't put sets together, the most important part is to get this the right stats. So, like for example, don't force your champion into a really bad savage set with bad stats. Instead, build the proper stats and then just forget about the gear set until you get better pieces. So I see that a lot when I do takeovers for people is that they put their champions in the set, but then the stats are so bad. Um, the champ basically can't function properly, right? Like either no speed or no crit rate, or they're trying to use like a flat stat bottom row piece just to make the set work. Um, stuff like that, right? So you definitely don't need to do that, or you shouldn't do that if you want good results, right? Sorry, I'm gonna do this Hydra run here quickly. Um, did I already do a key? Oh, I did do a key. Where's my key? I did a hard key already. Oh, I did a hard key already. All right. Yeah, make sure you guys do your Hydra. You get all this stuff, right? But yeah, Hydra's been out for a little while now already, so wait a minute. This is the hard part, making sure everybody's geared out. Usually I don't touch these champions. Okay, so everybody's there. Fusion, yeah, the Fusion's Dark Elf. Yeah, Fusion's Dark Elf. They made a mistake with the announcements. They said it was going to start today, but then they corrected that a little bit late. So some people might have said it started today, but it starts tomorrow. Yeah, the only way to get mythicals. Yeah. Do you think you'll use Osgron in non-restricted content, or does he have a problem of no soul? My Osgron has 1 star soul, so that's a problem. Yeah, you're right. For any high-end content, you definitely want them to have high blessings. Like for him, you want a banner. Um, I don't know. If I had him at 6 stars, like I would probably use him maybe after Fabian. Like if somebody takes Fabian, like I would consider using Osgron. Um, like kind of in the same spot where Armans is right now, because like I pick Armans if somebody picks Fabian. Sometimes, like not even all the time. Um, Arman's just not good right now. Arman's just not good right now. Don't you have Soulless to make the tightest one-shot team for Sand Devil? I do have Soulless. I don't know about this one-shot team, but maybe I could probably make it. Depending. I don't like swapping gear around. That's the other thing too. So if Titus needs to be changed, like his overall gearing, I don't really like to do that. But yeah, I could look into it. 5-star Newt and a 6-star Crowcat Packmaster. Should I go for Crowcat or Newt first for a token trader? They do different things, so you have to prioritize which one you want. Crowcat's for Hydra mainly. I mean, Crowcat's amazing. Don't get me wrong. He'll carry you in the content where he's in, but Newt's, you know, if you don't have a Newt, Newt's like another level of carry, I think, of progression. But they kind of carry in different areas too. Like Crowcat's going to carry you in Faction Wars, whatever Sin City stage he's in, carry you in Hydra. But Newt's going to carry you in like all dungeons and, you know, give you access to Fire Knight Hard, which is very difficult for most people. Phoenix Sand Devils 5 turns. Nice. Starts in CVC. Yeah, starts in CVC. Exactly. It is kind of weird, right? Our man's very sad pick. Yeah, I know it is a very sad pick. Ben to finish diffusion. 20 mil silver, 1k gems for energy refreshes. Sorry. Stats over sets, especially early game. Yep. You have 3 sacreds, 40 ancients. Do you think you can do diffusion just hoping for one more sacred from clan boss? Yeah, I mean, you can, like, do you have mystery shards? Mystery shards can help. 3 sacreds and 40 ancients should be able to handle, I mean, it really depends. You might not be able to handle 2 summoning events, but 1 summoning event you can handle. If you have Broadmaw fusions, that'll help. Mystery shards would help. Some fusions, like, they can kind of let us get away with only doing 1 summon event. So we have to see the schedule first. I don't like this result. Is Thor worth buying? I mean, Thor is still a great damage dealer. It just depends on your roster, right? How deep is your roster? But yeah, Thor deals good damage for like Hydra and stuff like that. Going for the 6-star, you know, if you do Crushing Ren, he's gonna do a lot more damage against Hydra. So if he's one of your main guys for Hydra, then it could be a good boost. This is a reasonable result. This team's like mid 2, 3 on auto, so that's what I'm gonna put up. And then we'll save the rest for. Actually, we can put up the tightest team right now. Why not? Nice. We got 3 souls there. Are we going for first? No, I don't think we're going for first. We're going for third. Yeah, I think third here. What do we do? All the gear swapping. Gear swap time. Say like, I hate this. Hate this gear swap. I literally have to swap like everyone. Hold on. This Masu. But you know what? It's way better than what it was before, to be honest. Before was like a million times worse. We got the Dawn Man. Full protection. All right. Oh, that's a good result. I'm going to keep this. This is a good one. For an auto key, this is great. All right, we're done. Hydra's done. Woohoo. That's great. Okay. $40. There you go. Not bad. All right. I contributed a little bit. Now swapping all the gear back. What do you have? All right. Now we're back. What are we doing? We're doing live arena. That's what we're doing. Let's take a peek here. Still 2 minutes. Okay, let's do some live arena. Newt, Titus, Fabian, Wixwell would be my main targets for tokens. Yeah, they all depend on different things. And Titus, you would need Wixwell first. Titus would probably be like a tier below those top 3, to be honest. Are you reading that right? Yes, you are. Pulled Acrisia quite early, who has carried my clan boss content. Do you think well-built Thor can outdamage her and Hydra? Oh, for sure, yeah. Thor's like one of the best, like like one of the best, like kind of like generic AoE damage dealers. Like he's so strong. I would imagine, yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure he would outdamage Acrisia. But Acrisia is like no slouch too. Soulless Titus team doesn't require gear swaps, just requires Soulless to be in a damage set and faster. Soulless, Sifi, Mithrala, Riho, Titus. Okay, I have to look into that maybe. At least you're not paying silver for gear swaps. Yep. How do you rate Vistel? I like Vistel. I think she's great. She hits really hard, Vistel. Her A1's really good because it's like a irresistible steel, buff steel, which is amazing. She places counterattack on herself and stuff like that, so she has additional synergies. But she lacks survivability, right? She doesn't have, ways to survive. Her counterattack is not protected, so it can get stripped off. She can get crowd controlled, which is pretty bad. So there's some negatives. She's not like the perfect champ, but she hits hard, and if you just need her to hit hard, there you go. She's good. Really depends. Okay, so we got this stuff happening here. Sure, we'll go with Empress here. Yeah, she hits so damn hard. Yeah. I like her. She's fun. She's super fun. Damn, he took Carnage here too. This is gonna be a tough fight. This is gonna be a tough fight. You pulled Titus recently, and I think you have multiple Soulless as well, so that team can be good enough to try. Yep. Sure. I'll give it a shot. Okay. This could be good. He has 3 non-mythical champions. If they're locked out, then it's pretty good. Locking out Predator is going to be quite strong here, so remove some of that stone skin. Can. Oh, he's pretty quick. He's fast. He's faster than... I don't really want to transform. We kill him? No. Heals Batman. This Donatello here is annoying too because his passive is going to protect somebody from dying. Just decreases defense so he doesn't hit as hard. And we will protect our team from incoming damage. And we will see them. Not transform and just kill. Oh, he's got swift parry on too. Interesting. Will decrease the defense. Swift parry. So swift parry, mercurial set, um, mercurial set Marius. Interesting. Gonna be tough for this guy to get any kind of traction here. We just end this fight. There we go. Ended. All right. Do you have a video on that Titus team? I'm trying to put together the exact same team. Would appreciate any help and tips. I do have a video on that team with Donatello, right? Yeah, I do have a video on that team. Yeah, I mean, just check it out on my channel. Just type in Titus or Hydra, and you'll find it. You murder, you're nice. Oh wow, it's the hardest Marius mission. I'm thinking of going for him. Hard dungeons are going to be a pain. Anything else I need to worry about? I do have a video on the hard missions for Marius. So I highly recommend you check it out because it lists all the missions and then I give you advice on which ones to really plan for. So just type Marius into my channel and you'll find the video. It's actually really important, I find, because even when I was doing Marius, some things, I would have liked to known as well. So who can replace Donnie in that team for Hydra? I mean, he's just there. He's there for increased speed and the cooldown reduction. So you can, try to bring in somebody like that, or you can just adjust your team to include those. This is an interesting team, I think. Probably gonna get rid of Freya. Mm, that's Coronet of Gloom, not Swift Parry. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, the mythical, yeah, the mythical relic. I guess he's gonna be able to kill the Marius here. Or he's deciding which one to kill. That's the problem with Edward. That's the problem with Edward, guys. Well, he's not going to survive this block revive here, so maybe he might increase defense. He's thinking about AoE. It's got to be the block revive, right? Can't be the AoE. Yeah, there we go. Five doesn't. Of course, he evades. Sucks. There you go. See you later. The Ice Golem hard 10 was Skrank, Pelops, Mithrala, and Vera and Bayek. Only Fire Knight hard 10. Interesting team. Yeah, that's a pretty interesting team. For your play, I want to buy Instinct. Is it a good set? Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, you know, if you have no gear, the Forge Pass gives you relatively good gear. Like if you have like literally no, if you haven't done any farming, right? If you do no farming, if you don't farm like, you know, if you can't farm Dark Fae, if you don't have Merciless gear, for example, then the only viable, and if you don't farm Savage gear, the only viable strong damage set is Instinct. Um, so you know, and they give you a good amount of it, so it's definitely worth considering. And I don't, and I think spending money on gear, it's kind of better than spending money on shards, to be honest. Like what the Forge Pass costs like $30, right? Like $30 on the Forge Pass, I would think is better value than spending $30 on shards. Uh, hmm. Video touring all your various red dots and why they would benefit the average player in weight. I'm about to take your prism and test with the soul prisms. You know, some of the red dots are kind of just laziness. It's like a little bit of habit, right? To leave them up. Obviously in the beginning, you know, you have to train yourself to leave the red dots alone. But yeah, a lot of the red dots are just they're additional resources that never expire. Like there's no reason to grab them until you have to grab them. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, Traxa. Traxa is very strong. Damn, all that ignore defense. I was trying to think like how do you protect yourself from her? Like maybe this one. This one might help. Arima. Multi hits. Can't really protect from multi hits. And then I guess we can crowd control. Sure. Block revive. Yes, that would be the way. Yeah, block revive would be a good way. Maria would be good. Yeah, death by sleep. Can you show Nieme? She's yeah, Nieme's just in Yeah, Nieme is just she's a 9-piece protection. First Void Mythical they release. I'm not sure. Carnage without a soul. I mean, he's still going to be pretty good, but you're going to miss out a lot of stats without the soul, of course. God, it's so annoying. It's less likely for her to have resistance and stuff. God. Now, we can't use the ally protection, so let's decrease crit rate. Got resisted, feels bad. Get frozen here. Yeah, this is bad news bears right now. Oh, we survived. That's interesting. Oh, I guess we have Harima out there, but can we survive this? Our man's is dead. Got the block damage. Damn, his guys hit so weak. I can't get a turn here. Like his guys are doing like no damage, but I just can't get a turn. I don't know. I feel like my guys are not even like geared out at this point. Like it, damn, it feels so bad. Like losing this kind of fight. Like the gear is massive. The gear difference between my guys and his guys are huge, but I just literally could not move. I didn't get a turn, and then I just got killed. I got 3 damage dealers against me. So, but yeah, it feels bad, man. It's probably like draft. My draft wasn't very good, but Void, Void Mythical. Man, I can't imagine champions stronger than the ones that we are seeing. How much more can they pack into a champion, right? Like, yeah, I don't know. How much more can they pack into a champion? Seriously. Oh, when everyone is in Mercurial? Yeah, I mean, yeah, they weren't hitting very good at all. I was like, what is this? Why are they hitting so weakly? um Here, let's try Maria. Sure. Celestial champ takes 2 champion slots. So that's interesting. Yeah, the new high elf, that mythical is yeah, pretty busted. I had a chance to play with her a little bit. Um yeah, she does quite a bit. She does quite a bit. I don't know. Perfectly suited for current meta. Multi hits with the lockout. And her passive attacks like is it's a little bit too much. I think the way like her passive, how she passively attacks you for doing nothing, similar to how Solinar is busted, right? It's just it's too much. I think it's too much. Yeah, I saw that. It's hard for Cruisin to, because Cruisin has crazy gear, right? So you can say, you can argue like, oh, his gear does all the heavy lifting, which could be true, right? It could be true. Um, but also the champion's just pretty nuts, right? So it's always a risk. It's a risk to attack. Okay, so we got 3 buffs. So what do we got? Okay, so we get an extra turn. So can we kill him? So we got the lockout. Red here. Heal up. The refresh. Heal up. And he's locked out. And we just pop 245k. Big damage. His team didn't do anything. 6-star everything. Well, no Armans, but 6-star nice. That just doesn't happen overnight. But he just couldn't do anything against our team. I don't know. Pretty good. Yeah, the epic is spirit. Yeah. Do you think they would ever raise the level cap of our accounts? Oh, that would be a big change. The level cap would be huge if they ever do that. I don't think so. I think the game is beyond that now, you know what I mean? If if they were to increase the level cap, it would have been a long time ago. I don't know. I'm not a game developer, so I'm not even like the best person to ask for that. It's kind of like the same idea. Like, what if they had 7-star gear? You know what I mean? What if they brought 7-star gear, which invalidates 6-star gear? People would go crazy. Could you imagine? Oh man, look at this team. Look at this team. I don't even know what to do. What do you do against this team? Holy smokes. I bring a cleanser. And then we have to shut out one of the lockouts, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know. Like there's 2 lockouts, a disable, and then a AoE enfeeble champion. Yeah, the Ascension was their way of squeezing the gear grind, more, right? Or extending the life of our existing gear or whatever. So yeah, it's gonna be tough. Double locked out. Let's see if Donnie can resist some of this. We do. We resist her. Can we resist the Fabian? Damn, this guy's gear sucks. It's so slow. Can we resist the Fabian? We do. Okay, so Donnie's going to be huge here. We do resist everything, and then we can get our skills back. Just going to kill him off. He can't use a single target because they're Donnie passive. The AoE is we're gonna be protected by the block damage. He actually doesn't even hit Nieme half, so we don't even get the block damage. Yeah, very weak gear. Everybody's healed back up. I don't really want to. I have to hit Hecaton because I don't really want to risk getting evaded on this. So I'm just going to hit him. Decrease defense. Passive's no longer helping him. Yep. GG. GG. No re. Energy cap? Why would Plarium help us out? Seven-star gear would just make everything that's not 5-star, 6-star worthless. What does going from 60 to 100 even do for your account? Really nothing. You get a bunch of progression rewards along the way. Like you get, some rewards for, I don't know, every 10 levels or something. But it also puts you in a higher tournament brackets as you go higher up. So that's also something that's negative. Only law. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I'm just saying. They have to have a way. Like they can't just keep adding new sets into the game as a way to prolong the gear grind. So at some point, they have to make it so that people still farm gear, but they can't make the gear. They can't just keep making new overpowered sets, right? Because that's only gonna, you know, push that, push that goalpost so far, right? So eventually, they have to be maybe do a big overhaul, and the ascension feature was one way of doing that, but even that, it's not even, it's not even like, I don't know. I don't think it gave that much life, because once you get the ascension, it's done, right? Like you don't need to. Um, it's just an energy spend at that time, right? Like ascension, um, and then eventually you'll get the right stat or whatever, and then you're done. You're done with that piece, right? Um, I don't know. I don't know what they would do. 7-star gear. I mean, you never know. I don't think it's likely, but you never know. Finishing Arbiter, how long does it usually take you to get Marius as a free to play? I mean, I'm not too sure how long it takes nowadays. Um, but I would say like year and a half, 2 years. It really depends. Really depends. Some of the missions can take like a month, right? And that's just like, yeah, it's gonna take that long. Some of the missions, some people just get stuck on forever because like they don't have the right champions, or they don't have right teams or builds or whatever. We'll take Empress this time, just better against Lazarus. Hey Silax, how are you? Welcome, bud. Literally no upsides. Yep. They could do red stars on gear like Blessing. It could be after gear ascension. Yeah, they could. They could. I think adding 9-piece sets, that's like one way to extend the life of the existing gear sets. That was one way to do it. Oh, I guess we're banning Baek. All right. Harima's going to be pretty good against this field here. Oh, fuck, man. This guy is fucking nuts, man. These This guy is fucking gross. I'll take my chances here because we do have Empress. Empress can block revive him. But yeah, the Solinar is fucking gross. I played one yesterday. I had a full team against a single Solinar, and he got 2-turn block damage 3 times in a row. I was like, what? Is this all he gets? Block damage? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Now he got he got reflect damage here. Uh Um, extra turn, like we got the sleep on us, right? So, I don't know. How's that work? We sleep right away? No, because he woke us up. Can we kill? Let's see if we can kill Marius and Lazurius here. Is that Swift Parry? Swift Parry on the Laz? We're fucked now. Yeah, you also get Stone Skin. Yeah. Yeah, they're not gonna. Yeah, they wouldn't power creep the gear until they make content that's so hard that you need the gear. Like even right now, you can argue that the content is too easy for what some of what the champions and the gear can do. So what do you think about champ trading, a market where players could swap champs? No, there's no way. There's no way they would ever do that. Just because that's how they make their money, right? They make their money because of people FOMOing out to get champions and then going crazy. If you gave them a way to get champions reliably, like they're just giving money away. They would never do that. Interesting choice here. I think we take UDK for sure. I'm just thinking about which DPS we want to go. Harima is a really good DPS against Roto, so if he bans UDK, I have a counter. And I think we ban Yumiko. I think this is okay, but if he bans Fabian, we have no speed lead, so it's a little bit of a problem. Carnage slightly less good against Rotos, but still probably okay. Do that. Three damage dealers and one reviver, but three pretty hard to kill damage dealers. Please don't strip my stone skin. No. No. Why? Oh, that's weird interaction. Go UDK. UDK is our guy. Need to debuff this Hilvi, which I can't. Just spread this. Oh man. I thought I had the A3 ready. Now we don't. Now we're gonna get frozen. Yeah. Come on. Fun times. Fun time. $800 voice charge for the last Assassin's Creed crossover. Didn't pull him once. Yeah, no guarantee. That's why they're called gacha games. Pelops, this one is a different kind of fusion. Is it easier or harder than classic? Honestly, I would say it's probably harder because, like, for example, if you miss an event for a hybrid fusion, if you miss an event for a hybrid fusion, you're going to miss the fragments to build the epic, which means you can't really recover, like if you mess up an event. But with a traditional fusion, if you miss a rare, you could still have a chance to pull the rare somewhere and still have a chance to complete your fusion. So I would say it's harder, but yeah, that's my thoughts. Um, hmm. Let's go for Maria again. Why not? Maria was kind of fun. Unkillable. Yeah, yeah. Or should we go for Carnage? Oh, sorry. Garo. No block damage. Let's go for Maria. Let's play for fun. Play for fun. Which collab are they gonna do next? No idea. Uh, all right. We'll dump Santa. We'll dump Santa. I was just thinking, I'm like, oh, can my team deal with Mercurial? Can my team deal with 2 damage dealers? I feel like Noel doesn't bring too much. So we do have Mercurial. We have Maria and Mercurial set. So she is protected from the freezes a little bit. And then I didn't really want to deal with like Santa counterattacking us and stuff. So this triple hit's not going to do too much, to be honest. Yeah, it's not going to do too much. And we got him pretty good here. This Warlord's way too slow. The Warlord, for some reason, didn't get a turn. Maria solo this. Hey, we got a 35 win chest here. Let's see, we get some streamer luck. Got some 6-star pieces here. Got a 5-star boot. Got a speed helm. Crappy shield. 5-star weapon. If it hit speed, we could have continued, I guess, but a 5-star boot. 6-star helm. Nope. This is not great. Okay, we can continue. Maybe we get a quad. Nope. Nope. Titus. Nope. And this one, 5-star boot. Don't think we need this. All right, so 115. All right, take that. Let's check on tag team here. There'll be a chase on Friday. Ancients, yeah. Bleed First Fusion. Let's see. Mythical I have is the hard mode faction wars one. Hard mode faction wars one. Oh, that's the one you don't have. Yeah, that's a tough one. Palora. She's not. She's okay. She's okay. I think she's better than the Grim Forest one, to be honest. But they're both not super exciting. They're not as great as like Empress or Carnage. Do you plan to participate in Void Arena that was made by Ash? Many CCs were there. Would be awesome if you could join next time. Are you sure it was created by Ash? I don't think it was created by Ash. So I know the guy's putting it together, or I don't think Ash is. I don't think Ash is the guy. But yeah, it's a lot of work for them to put together. So huge props to those guys. It's like Ian G. I think he's Portuguese. He's a Portuguese content creator, I think. Sorry if I made a mistake there. But yeah, I put in a lot of work to get it going. So really cool. But I can't do it because it's during my work hours. You know what I mean? Like I can't just not work. I can't just play or stream for several hours to play. It just doesn't make sense for me, right? So for those guys, it's in the evening after work. I think it's like 6 p.m. or something. So for those guys, it makes more sense. But for me, it's like during like midday, like for a work day. There's no way. Like the only way I can do it is if I like took a day off of work, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that to play in a tournament, right? It doesn't make sense to me. So it is what it is, and that's what's happening with the last one, the first one that they did. They asked me to play, and then I said, I can't because I have work, and the schedule doesn't work for me. So nothing I can do. One star. Would the Argonite count towards Polera? That would make getting her easier. No. Once the Argonites come out, we're gonna have to finish the Argonites as well to get Polera, right? I think the goalpost would be moved. You know what I mean? Like the point total would be higher when they add the Argonites. Same thing with Lydia. This happened previously when people were going for Lydia and new factions came, like Sylvan and Shadowkin. Yeah, when those new factions come, it just makes it more difficult to get uh, the progression champion at the end. Looks like a progression mythical. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I mean, she's usable, right? She's usable, but she's not going to be great for, you know, anywhere into the late game. Are we going to get screwed here? I need to manual this fight. This wave, man. This wave is a little bit overtuned. This wave's a little bit overtuned. Just a little bit. And while we're talking about overtuned stuff, like, the boss that does the health swaps with the buff swaps, that boss is a little bit overtuned. Don't you guys think? He's a little bit overtuned, right? Health swaps, buff swaps, a little bit overtuned. Go kitty cat. Go kitty cat. Such a fun champion. Does he place Veil on the A2? If it kills an enemy. Okay, so we don't want to do that. Carnage, block revive, also heals. Not gonna do too much right now. More shields. It's okay. Just send the damage in. Send them in. Premier drop. This boss is reasonable, I think. So increase attack, perfect veil. We're not going to get an instant turn, so single target attack. Guess we can just A1. Send the damage in. I think we can auto from here. Ash funds the tournament. Oh, really? I didn't know he was funding the tournament. I don't know what funding means. Is there like a prize giveaway or something? I watched a couple minutes of the first. I watched a couple minutes of the. I forgot which fight. It was with Snackbox. Snackbox versus. It was like the final or something. But yeah, it looks interesting. I mean, these guys' rosters are like well beyond what mine can put together. So I don't know how they. I don't know how they make it like more fair. Otherwise, it's just kind of like a giant Kraken fest, I guess. But I don't know how they can make it more fair for like other players to play. But all these guys have crazy accounts, like crazy champions, crazy gear. So I didn't know there was a prize pool or anything like that. But is Sabriel now the best PvP champion in the game? She's the best lockout in the game. I'll say that. But you know, that's not even 100%. That's not even 100% because sometimes you want Crixia's cleanse, right? And then sometimes you want Crixia as a reset champion. So she's not even the best, like, definitive lockout champion in the game. I like her that she gives a damage option. So she's not only a support threat, she's also a damage threat. That's what I like about Sabriel. So I do feel like she's probably better than Crixia, but Crixia does have other uses that are really, really important, right? Like the reset. So she can prevent your team from getting locked out. And then she does have a cleanse as well. And Crixia is also like partially immune to some CC, which is actually really good. But yeah, Sabriel deals damage, which is a big threat, right? So I would say she's probably the best lockout in the game. Like in terms of just general use, like in general usage, like she's probably the best. In terms of like best champion PvP, I don't know. I think that's still arguable. Because sometimes like Theodosa would be, is still absolutely amazing as a support. Galathea is still amazing as a support. You know, but yeah, it depends. It depends. It depends. Hey, Toxie, what's up, man? What's up? Not much. Just chilling out, doing our CVC stuffs. Make sure you grab your quest today. Don't forget about your quest. You got a tough matchup here on the main account. Probably need to do. I would say probably need to do like a million damage, a million points at least, 1.5 million. Ash was sponsor for that tournament. He gave $1K or another amount to winner to donate to charity. Oh, okay. That's great. Yeah, good for them. Good for them. You still play other games every day besides Raid? No, I don't play any games. I don't have time to play any other games. And I'm not really a person that hops games very often. I usually just commit to one game and then I just play the shit out of it. Yeah, I just don't hop games. Just not my thing. How do you have so many Immortal Soul Stones? I farm every Immortal Soul Stone that's in the game. I save them for events, and some events I pass. So that's about it. Not really any kind of secret. We don't get any freebies or anything like that. So all of them are farmed in game. I've had a lot for a long time, so I haven't had the opportunity to pull a lot of them in a while. I think maybe Raphael was maybe the last one, but maybe I don't even think it was Raphael, to be honest. So definitely been saving up for a while. Uh, it is a Kraken Fest. Oh, okay. I mean, I'd love to, book a day off of work to be like a speed bump for somebody. You know what I mean? You need some advice on your Fire Night Hard 10? Yeah, I mean, you can let chat know. We're all here to help if we can. Quixia goes over Chronophage for lockout. Yeah, so there's one thing that's better for her, right? I don't think it's standout great. Like I don't think it's as standout as it seems. Like I saw a couple minutes of Cruisin like putting in work yesterday with his Sabriel, and she was doing crazy stuff because of her extra turn mechanics and then her passive attacks and all that stuff. And the fact that she goes through Mercurial, which is great. Um, and the fact that you can build her to do tons of damage while going super fast. That's great. And that's why I feel like she's probably the best lockout champ because of her damage threat abilities. Um, but yeah, she's good. She's good. I don't know. Maybe I'm downplaying it a little bit. Maybe I'm downplaying it a little bit. I just don't get excited super easily. I feel like sometimes I don't get excited super easily, but and then sometimes like champions get overhyped all the time because you know the person has crazy gear, the champion 6 star, and you know we put them in ideal situations and or we're fighting imperfect teams and stuff like that, or we're fighting bad teams. I don't know. So I try to not get too excited too early. Um, all right, 12K points. Damn, that's a lot. Sylvan's gonna take forever too. Oh wait, somebody asked about my Nieme or my Neve. Sorry, my Neve. Here she is. 9 piece protection, 5 star blast. She's doing okay. She's pretty good, pretty okay. I like big defense on her, so she gets bigger shields. Um, Yeah, you could go big health pool. I've seen some with big health pools, but I don't know. I like a little bit of crit damage. I do have crit damage amulet so that she can kill somebody on the A2. The A2 does ignore, a little bit of defense, 50% defense, which is significant. So if you can get somebody under 50% HP, she can definitely kill somebody with the A2. But yeah, 9 piece protection is the way to go. I went for timely intervention, just get a little bit more turn meter. I think in hindsight, this would be better. Cycle of Magic instead of this. Healing and shields increased by 15%. Maybe this is better. I don't know. Hard to say. Yeah, hard to say. Anyway, so that's Nieme, or Neve, sorry. Yeah, I know yours is fast. Fast is good. I think for her, fast is good. So you can get, cycle through her block damage faster than the rest. I think yours is 6 star though. Yeah, Krutraxa, I really enjoy playing. When I was playtesting Krutraxa, I had a lot of fun. I was like, "Whoa, this champion's awesome!" Like, I was like, "This champion's so fun." And she like multi hits. She hits when she dies. Like, she has extra turns. She places revive on death on herself. And she hits hard. I'm like, man, this. I'm like, she's fun, right? Um, but yeah, it's great buff for her. So I wouldn't mind, like if I pulled one, I'd be happy. I'd be happy. I'm like, yeah, this is fun. Um, I'm not that knowledgeable in raid. I know a little bit. I know a little bit. I don't know that much. Not as much as a lot of people actually. Just got my arbiter today. Should I replace Doom Priest with her for Ultra Nightmare? I mean, it depends. It depends. A reviver could be useful. She does give Termir boost, so then she's going to give you some extra turns and hits. Is my guy block revived? Is that what's happening? That must have happened. You can try it out with clan boss. You can with clan boss you can save your key. So before your run ends, just force close your game so that your key doesn't get used up. You know what I mean? So before your key gets used up, Control Alt Delete and then force close your raid, so then you can save your keys. So if you guys didn't know that, you guys can definitely do that. And that's how, you know, we tested things back in the day with Clan Boss, is that we don't use up the key. Having just you used to out attack Scourge, Newt, Donnie, but my Scourge always dies, survives 2 hits, then dies like a noodle. Cruisin versus Drock again. The main area to get Immortal Soulstones. I mean, they come from events, so that's kind of where you have to target them. You have to be able to complete the events. So a lot of times they're in the Sand Devil turn attack, and like I said, I have a 6-turn Sand Devil team, so it's very easy for me. So that's just one area, but there's other areas as well. Are you still in Remnant Pity? I don't think so. My last Remnant pull was Gallius, and I pulled him around December, so I shouldn't be in Pity yet. Pity starts at 20, right? Or 24 or something? I don't know. Pity is kind of useless because it's like 1% chance. So it's not really that big of a thing. 15 and 15 in LA? Oh my God. You're funny, Toxie. You're like so nonchalant too. You're like, whatever. Like, whatever. I'll just go 15 and 0. No big deal. No big deal, guys. I'm here. Funny guy. I'm glad we got an easy CBC on my other account. That's kind of nice. Tempted to do another 5. Restart the run. You got block revive. Yep. Meta is moving away from Gizmat because you can't burn Mercurial. Yep, that's true. How's Nell doing? I think Nell partially suffers as well because of Mercurial, right? She can't remove the buffs. Which stage of the Demon Lord event is your weakest? Stage 5. Stage 5. I'm doing like 55 million damage. Honestly, I don't really care. I already did I did my 10k. I don't really care. Like, it was done in the first like 2 hours, so I'm good. Who do you think is the most knowledgeable raid content creator? I think everybody has their strengths. Everybody has their strengths, which is cool, and it's good. And of course, it's good for the general, you know, player base to have lots of options, right? I think everyone has their strengths. Obviously, some people, you know, are more knowledgeable in certain areas. Like, if you're like super endgame PvP, then you know you have your choices, right? For people that have lots of experience in that area. I don't know. In terms of like general, you know, The math stuff is the hard stuff. Math stuff, mechanics, that's the hard stuff, right? That's the stuff that requires testing. And even just remembering that shit is tough because there's so many like special instances um, or like one-off conditions where things happen. And then you have to like obviously you have to know all that stuff. So the math, mechanic, like the theory, like the theories and like how things work. And then you have to have the experience to apply all that stuff. Like for example, like somebody like Saf, he's very good with the math, but he doesn't have the experience now because he doesn't play the game anymore, right? Or he doesn't play as much. I don't know if he plays anymore, but I assume that he doesn't play it as much or anymore. Like he has, you know, the knowledge in his mind, but he just doesn't have like the practical experience anymore. So, um, you know, that's the hard stuff. The hard stuff is just like understanding how everything works, and then obviously having the time in game experience and stuff. Like somebody like obviously like Scratch plays at a high level, knows a lot about the game. Cruisin, same thing, right? Very knowledgeable people. But they all kind of like end game, right? End game area, right? So it's um if you're asking them for like early game tips, probably not the right people to ask. Just saying, no disrespect, but I'm sure they know their stuff too. But yeah, everyone has their strengths. So let's just kind of could also. Probably gonna use him more in PvE for now. Anyway, I need better hydration. Hydration, champs, nice. Force close the game. Ignore message. Yes. Spent hundreds on gem play testing at clan boss. Never knew. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, you can save the key. Save the key. Burning Hydra is not a bad idea. Let me check how he does in Hydra. 12k points, not bad. Take that. Oh, no gear. How little gear? She had some gear, serviceable gear, serviceable amounts of gear. Good thing those don't take energy, right? Is that what it is? You guys might see me like buying like the 2 stars in the game or in the shop. It just kind of helps, like, because I noticed I've been doing a lot of like training events, and they take a lot of food. So I don't like pulling shards just for food. So 1 sec. No can poison. Yeah, that's a big one. Third hilt mythical. Why can't it be dice? Man, I would love a hilt. I would love a hilt. I don't have any hilts myself. Nels just struggles when the whole team is mercurial. Hey, Elsie, how are you? Or Essie. Essie is very knowledgeable, actually. Very knowledgeable content creator as well. He's one of the few content creators that actually do testing on the test server. Hey Diddly, what's up, man? Welcome. Yeah, first time here. Welcome. We usually just we just stream usually around CVC, so once every 2 weeks, just keep it like a regular thing. I think it's nice. It's nice. Streaming is nice. Like I said, I used to be a streamer, so I do enjoy streaming. But it's just more difficult. It's more time consuming and stuff. But a 2 week regular, stream session, it's kind of nice. Change it up. And yeah, keeping it like CVC. CVC can be pretty chill, or it can be pretty sweaty. I think this one's going to be pretty sweaty, but maybe we get a deal going. I don't know. Bronco does a lot of testing. Yeah. He's like I said, SE is one of the testers, but Bronco does a lot too. Yeah. No. Yeah. Lots of credit to Bronco. Who actually play test stuff. Like when you play test on the test server, you're taking away time from your main game, right? You don't get. It's not too. It's purely for the benefit. And I find like, yeah, it's purely for the benefit. Yes, he makes videos and stuff like that, but like a lot of it, like it's not worth the effort sometimes, like just for the testing stuff. But yeah, he does a huge service. People that test the game. Saf is still a clan leader of a top 100 clan. I'm sure he still plays. Okay, that makes sense. Um, free faction, free gear removal. Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. Free gear removal. I never thought I would see the day for free gear removal. Um, anything is possible. That's definitely the biggest change. Anything is possible. So, dark fade rotation decrease. No, it's once every 3 months. So, you have 4 hilts. You would love a heart. You don't have a heart. Oh, yeah. Both my accounts have hearts, but no hilts. So, I wouldn't mind like a mix. A mix would be nice. Your 3 King Ultra Nightmare with Ezio, Tagar, Venomage, Tholin, Mina. Oh, interesting. Got any tips on how to 2 key? 2 key, I mean, better gear. At that point, I mean, 3 and 2 key are not that big of a difference. You'd probably be pretty close. Do you have decreased attack on that team? Venomage. Decreased defense, Ezio, Tholin with attack decrease. Tagar. Mina with the leech. Yeah, I mean, slightly better gear, and you probably get the 2 key without too much issue. You pull 1 mythical relic out of 20 attempts. Oh, pain, dude. Every single CVC I'm in is sweaty. For some reason, that's personal rewards. You're against the Russians, so don't expect a deal to be honored. Don't expect a deal to be honored. Yeah. Yeah, I don't expect the deal to happen. So gotta go pretty crazy. I mean, I was already thinking about like, oh, should we go for the 5 million badge? I didn't really think about it before today. So I was like, is it possible? But I don't know. That's a lot of gems. But I mean, if I'm gotta go a million, if I gotta go a million, if I gotta go 1.5 million, then maybe I should go for 5 million. Every single CVC is sweaty. Non-personal reward CVC is super sweaty. Non-personal rewards, you gotta. We've recently like for my other clan, we had to start throwing in the towel for non-CVC. Like we're not even going for the threshold rewards anymore. We just literally just throw non-personal rewards CVC. Like it's just everybody that is getting the threshold rewards and non-personal rewards are just crazy clans. So you're gonna get matched up with like a top 50 clan and just get obliterated. Unless you get super lucky, like you might have like a 5% chance of getting lucky. Like, but we also don't like kind of game the move accounts around, so we don't really play with the points that way. So it's maybe other clans are targeting my other clan, right? They see like our clan there, and maybe they're targeting us too, right? So um I guess we use fire name. Sorry guys, one sec. Today is a nice day for me. Rekeying Ultra Nightmare. I have a clanmate doing a takeover for me. Should rebuild my champs in any team. Super excited. All right, good luck, man. Hopefully it works out. Aspect of Serath is a new relic food. Hate how it keeps giving you that. Yep, we all get our fair share of Aspect of Serath. Mina also has decreased attack. Nice. For some reason, every PR CVC, we're up against the top 500 clan. I mean, the PR placement is based on your previous CVC performance. So if it's like non-PR, PR, so the non-PR, if you place relatively high, you might get a higher clan, right? But honestly, it depends. Like even higher clans are trying to, set themselves up for like lower, for better matchups because I think people are going more crazy for PR because they want the relic materials, they want the win, right? Way more. So people are going a little bit more crazy. Um, so yeah, it takes a little bit more effort to dodge, I guess, to dodge some of the higher clans, so you have a chance in PR. But like for example, like my previous clan, we had like a really good like track record for PRs, and then sometime last year, I would say pretty much right on cue with the relic material stuff, we were getting absolutely pounded. We got pounded like, I don't know. We went like 8 losses or something, 8 out of 9. Like we won once in like 9 straight PRs. That's like 9 months of like 9 months, like one win. So we got absolutely pounded. And yeah, it's super frustrating. So um, yeah, I get it. It's tough. We had a good win rate, and then we had to change up our strategy, right? Because we were just getting pounded. So let's check out the scores right now. I mean, we're winning. We're winning. But I mean, we're getting carried here by a couple guys at the top. Let's see the scores here across the board. I think we're doing okay, relatively speaking. Oh, Ice Golem has the 2x points. Maybe we'll do Ice Golem. Managed to get 350 stars in Faction Wars in the first month just because I can have 6 presets with the best gear. Yeah, for sure. The gear movement, no cost is crazy. Depending on affinity, I can 2 key. Unless it's magic, then it's 3 key. Try many different strats. I think it's a gear issue. Unless it's magic. I mean, you must be like weak hitting in some spots, maybe. Like that's normal, man. Like, if you don't have like if you don't have like a fine-tuned team, then you're gonna be juggling between the affinities for a little bit, right? No, yeah, 2x points for Ice Golem, so that makes sense. So I probably should have hit Ice Golem. Yeah, so I guess we'll just dive into this. Anything else? Ice Golem. How much points does Ice Golem give again? 350 or something? I forget. I really forget. Oh, okay. The same. 。Dragon, right? I forgot. I think dragon doesn't. Oh, dragon is half. Okay, there you go. Okay. Yeah, so the double points on ice golem is kind of nice then. Except the gear sucks. Yep, the gear sucks, but 1,600 points. I think we'll have to take it. Let's run this for a little bit here. All right, thanks for dropping by, Silax. Have a good day, man. See you later. Is Onryo still meta? I pulled him on the 2x. He's not really meta, but he's he's definitely still usable, right? Goes through stone skin and stuff. Um, he's squishy, so you need a way to protect him. He can do quite a bit of damage for you, like in Hydra. So if you don't have like a really good Shadowkin, you can pair him with Mikage, and he can do a lot of work for you. And that's about it. I mean, multi-hitter, maybe he helps you in Fire Knight Hard as well with Mikage. Could be useful. People are going too crazy on PR. TBC, I did 420 last PR and they dropped me to tier 5. Oh, really? Oh, shoot. I have to double check that. I have to double check. Mine tier 5? No way. No, I'm in tier 6. Okay, good. Okay, good. Tier 6. Yeah, I usually just do like 420 points as well, just to be safe. One time I did like 400 and I slipped down to tier 5 and I'm like, okay, never again. Never again. Not worth it. You might as well just put in the extra little bit. I'm sorry, one sec, guys. Mm, Fusion starts tomorrow. Tier 5. Oh, 400.596. Okay. Which game mode do you think needs the most improvement? Interesting question. I mean, Chimera is pretty bad. As a competitive format, it's terrible. Because the rewards don't justify the loss of trials. So that's the real reward. The real rewards is the materials you get from trials. But in order to do more damage, usually you have to forego the trials. So right now the rewards don't match that. So why would people go for more damage and forego the trials? So there's not super strong arguments for that. So I think Chimera doesn't make sense as a competitive format in the way it is. So they definitely need to take a look at that. I mean, Hydra's kind of a mess. They're just probably not going to fix it ever again. It's just, I think it's just done content for them, especially after the auto battles. So I think Chimera needs the most help. All they really have to do is just make it so that winning gives you good rewards for winning. That's really all they have to do. And then, or they can fix the trials so that more people can get more materials more consistently. That could be one thing as well. It just make people a little bit more interested in performing well in Chimera. So I think Chimera needs the most help. Um, the other areas I don't see being too bad. I mean, I would like if Live Arena, because they're expanding these windows for Live Arena, I would like to see them expand the Primal Shard allowance per month. Like right now, it's only 4. You can only get 4 Primal Shards per month. I would like to see them expand that because they're allowing people more time to play, so people naturally might play more. Give them more incentive to play, right? Give them a little bit more rewards, right? So I would like to see that, like a small quality of life. Grim Forest seems like a pretty good spot right now. Um, Centranos, I mean, I'm not too sure. I mean, Centranos, I would love like an auto battle. Like Doom Tower needs like an instant battle. Sorry, Doom Tower needs an instant battle right now because there's really no reason for you to watch like yourself climbing through Doom Tower. Just kind of pointless. So yeah, I would love for them to have like an instant Doom Tower climb or instant battle. Mm, early game. I mean, early game dungeons feel about right. Early game right now is like way easier than it was like many years ago. You know what I mean? So I don't really have too much sympathy for early game players. Like if early game players like, oh, I can't finish this content in 3 months. I'm like, bro, 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 man. Like like I didn't hit Ultra Nightmare. I didn't get my first Ultra Nightmare top chest until like 9 months into the game. I just had no champions. Like my first legendary champion I booked was Silver Drakes 6 months into the game. Like, bro, you guys log into the game and you guys start the game out with like 2 good legendaries already. Like, you know what I mean? Like my first epic that I was using was Tayrell, and I got Tayrell like 3 months into 2 or 3 months into the game, and then I was like literally jumping for joy getting Tayrell. Like, it's absolutely insane. So like, and nowadays you just log in with the promo code, you get Ugo, Tagore, like you get all these crazy epics right away, like at level 30 or 40 or some shit. And it's just like, what the fuck? Like, so yeah, I don't know. I slogged through it, man. I slogged through it in the beginning. Like, all of us had to slog through it. Like if you've been playing like 5, 6 years ago, like 5, 6, 7 years ago, it's just nowadays it's like, oh, I have brimstone. Brimstone just makes everything so trivial. Um, yeah. Curse City? I think Curse City is okay. It's supposed to be tough, right? Um, but I mean, they could make it slightly easier, but it's supposed to be tough. Hard Faction Wars also feels a little bit overtuned, but like I have a decent roster to go through Hard Faction Wars, but some of those encounters are a little bit busted, like a little bit busted. Hydra's terrible. Yeah, Hydra's like beyond saving at this point, so they just kind of gave up on it. They ruined Hydra, then left it alone. Yep, yep. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then they gave us some bullcrap about saying how they were testing. They were testing for 6 months prior or some shit. I was like, you guys were testing for 6 months? My ass, man. And then you guys release it and it's still busted. And I think I forgot what happened. It was like worse or something. Was it worse off after they fixed it? Because then they destroyed some other viable damaged teams, like with the ally attacks and the multi hits. Like they destroyed that, but Trunda was still many multiples ahead of the next best team. So they brought down the numbers, but she was still multiples ahead of the next best team. So they didn't fix jack shit. Like, and then they even said that they were testing stuff for like 6 months or some shit. It's just like shaking my head, man. It's so bad. Your starter code was Jotun. Yeah. I didn't start with a starter code. That's the thing. I was too stupid. I didn't take, I didn't think I was going to take the game seriously. So I never started with the starter code and I never got, actually somebody gave me an account relatively early. Somebody gave me an account relatively early and it was ahead of my account and I decided to not to play it. I was like, nah, I'm just going to play my shitty account. And then, yeah, I find that more enjoyable because it's, an account you start and stuff. So both my accounts I started by myself, like at the beginning, from scratch or whatever. So never gifted anything. It's kind of nice. Yeah, Central is still tough. Yeah, still tough. The Great Hall really helps. Like the Great Hall really helped quite a lot. So after maxing out the Great Hall for Centranos, it's been way more easier, way manageable, way more manageable. Took you 1.5 years to 2 key Ultra Nightmare. Nuts, man, just nuts. I still remember it. It's crazy. I still remember all that stuff, right? Like Seal the Drakes was my first book champion. And then on the champion that I booked out that pushed me to Ultra Nightmare was I fused Rosin at like 9 months. And then I had a 2x ancient pull session where I pulled Skull Crusher and Sepulchre Sentinel. And like anybody that builds those traditional teams knows that Sepulchre Sentinel and Skull Crusher are like GG. So like I pulled those two and I built, a counterattack team and it was like a 3-key team. And I was like, yes, I finally get to taste that top chest. Finally. It's wild, man. Wild. Yeah, Narma, Tagore, Fatman, Ugo. Fuck, that's crazy, man. That'll keep you busy for months. Like, seriously. Garo was okay, and now she is terrible. They changed ally attacks on decap heads. Yes, they did. Yeah. Dumbest decision because every head becomes immune. Yes. It's worse than ever now. They're so it's so ridiculous, man. Hey Adam, what's up, man? So I'm kind of new, like level 52 or something. I have a few shards saved up. You think I should pull them on progressive? No, definitely don't pull on progressives. First of all, you don't get the boosted chance to get legendaries and epics, which help your account, right? Epics help your account. So for a newer account, you definitely want to get the best chance to pull at least epics. Because like I said, they fill up your account and your roster. So look for 2x boosts, so you get double rates on those shards that you have. So for example, if you have ancient shards, look for a 2x boosted rate for ancient shards, so you get 16% chance at epics, 1% chance at legendary instead of the current rates, which are shit, like which are the base rates, 0.5% legendary, 8% epics. It just maximizes the chance that you get something useful. You could also consider saving them for like events like fusions and stuff. So that's going to be your best bet. I would definitely avoid pulling for progressives unless you're a hyper whale, or if you have a very specific reason for going for it. But usually people just avoid progressives unless you plan on spending money or targeting a very high end specific champion. Narma to Hanorok, Kale, Ugo to Gore, and Deacon at 30. Like, yeah, that's just wild, man. And Narma sucked, but now she's like insane. So things with Centralis, you need to level average epics. Yeah, you do. I mean, overtraining events, you can spread it out. What I like to do is like look at Centranos, look at a couple levels ahead, and then see what I need, and then start building up those champions during training events. And then eventually, like you might not clear it on that one rotation, but eventually you'll see that rotation again, and then this time you'll have your champion ready, and then you're able to go through it. So that's kind of how I think about it. Unfortunately, it's the way it is. It's just kind of heavily restricted endgame content or whatever, but the rewards are good. The rewards are good. I would say less good now, but they're still really good. Merciless, still really good set. Supersonic, I say it's less good, but still has uses. Hey Biz, what's up, man? Thoughts on Priest Tarage? You mean Doom? Oh, Doom Priest. Yeah, they're great. Yeah, Doom Priest Tarage, some of the best epics in the game. I need to stop this before it goes again. Yeah, some of the best epics in the game. Doom Priest and Tarage, very good for clan boss or just general bosses. Just really good champs. So here's an Immortal Soulstone. You guys were asking about that. Where do you get them? You just collect them from events. So this guy's already at 40k points. Crazy. I thought I was like, oh, I'm gonna win my field. Nah, that's not gonna happen. Not gonna win my field. Mm, do you think they'll remove the tightest team scores from the Demon Lord leaderboard? No, I don't think so. No, 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 they won't. We asked them. We found the content creators. I don't know who found it, but the content creators brought it up to the attention right away, and it was fixed relatively quickly. I say within an hour, it was fixed. But within an hour, there was already like a bunch of runs already in the top 100. And we asked them, "Is like, hey, what are you guys gonna do about this? Like, you guys gonna do anything?" And it's just crickets. So I don't know. If they're gonna do something, they're not gonna do. They didn't tell us. So though I did find some epics that do very good damage that I never would have found if not for Centranos. Yeah, Gwyneth. Gwyneth does really good. Actually, there's another one, Siege Hulk. Siege Hulk actually hits pretty good. Siege Hulk is another champion I had to level up, and then like I gave him my best attack based gear, and he actually did pretty good. Um, should I build Raka if I already have Elva build? That's a good question. Raka depends on the content. Raka you'll probably need for faction wars for orcs. Um, yeah, it really depends. But Elva, I think is I kind of like Elva a little bit more than Raka. Um, but they kind of do different things. I mean, you wouldn't go too wrong to 60 both of them, but I don't think you would use both of them on the same team. Saving up since Ninja came out. Each time I forget everything I need to do. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what your account looks like or whatever, but if you're just new to the game, generally spending shards on progressive is a bad idea. And saving up those shards, 52 is significant. I mean, you could, save it up for a fusion if you wanted to. 52 probably pretty close to getting, whatever you need with the fusion piece. Probably pretty close. Need some mysteries or some luck. Um, but yeah, there should be a 2x ancient coming pretty soon. So yeah, it's unfair bug. Is there a reason why you're not on Twitch? I do have a Twitch account. I'm a partner Twitch streamer. But my audience on Twitch is from my other game. So I don't know. It just feels, I just let that account kind of die. I prefer YouTube, I think. I don't know. Just I guess I could be on both. I haven't tried doing that. I'm not too sure how to do it. But I don't stream enough for me to like commit too much time into like learning that stuff, I think. Like I know MTG Jedi does streams on both, like Twitch and YouTube, which is interesting. Because like how do you keep track of chat for both of them? But so far, things are going pretty smooth on YouTube. So I just kind of stick to what I know right now. So um how to find a good clan? I feel like I get outspent my current clan and not active. Go to a big Discord, and then they usually have clan recruit posts very often. So then you can basically have your pick. Recruiting is very difficult in this game, so it's a like if you're a buyer, it's a buyer's market. So you have your choice of basically anywhere you want to go, especially if you can handle like you know any kind of late game content, like new newbies, I think, have a hard time finding clans, like good clans, because no one wants to, kind of deal with the early game progression grind for people. But if you're a late game player, you have your choice where you want to go, because recruiting is a pain in the ass in this game. Raka kind of stinks as a void Lego. Yeah, I agree. I agree. She's a little bit lackluster for sure. Accessories here. Go into the Raid official Discord. Yeah, that would be my suggestion as well. Raid official Discord. You'll get all the big clans. All the clans there will be posting, looking for people. So, what's the other game you play? I used to play Hearthstone. So that was the game where I became a partner streamer on. I played that for several years. This was before COVID, so before 2000. Once COVID hit, my uh, my kid was born, and then I basically had to. I couldn't stream anymore because you can't do anything when you have a young kid around, and obviously COVID was really bad and stuff. And then so I couldn't play that game anymore. I couldn't stream anymore. And then I played basically Raid because it's kind of like an AFK game. I was sponsored to play Raid because of my Hearthstone, my Twitch channel. So I did like a sponsored stream. I had to do sponsored content. Um, and then I stopped playing games in general. But for some reason, I guess I was bored, and then I played a little bit longer on Raid, and I was like, oh, this is not too bad. So then I liked it, and then I just played it, and it's easier to play when it's more AFK, whereas Hearthstone is not. It's like a real time strategy game, right? So you have to be playing actively, and I was playing at a really high level, so I just couldn't play at a high level anymore because my brain was like, fried, and I can't focus for prolonged periods of time. So I needed like just a casual game, and Raid was pretty casual for me when I first started. So it just seemed like a natural, easy game for me to pick up. And then eventually, Raid was like, that's just my personality. I try to optimize. Like I was like, okay, I'll try to do things properly, optimize, go faster, get more rewards for my time investment, et cetera, et cetera. And then I didn't actually start making content until like 2+ years after I started playing Raid. Because first of all, I didn't have time. Second of all, I just didn't know the game that well, like well enough where I felt comfortable to make content. And then at the 2-year mark, I was pretty like veteran playing the game. I was helping my Discord a lot. Like, I was a clan leader, you know, very active in my cluster, and I was just gaining a lot of knowledge. So then I just started making content, and then that's when I became a content creator. Uh, but I wasn't like instantly part of Plarium's content creator program or anything like that. And I was lucky to get in as quickly as I did because I think I got in after like 6 months. Some people never get in, which is very discouraging. I don't know what their criteria is. They have set criteria to get in, but at the end of the day, it's some kind of additional criteria that they have as well. Like there's a screening process. So I was very lucky to get in, and that helped. That helped, knowledge, connections, and stuff. And yeah, it's been a ride. Been a ride. Recently started a fresh one. You got a decent amount of shards early, so if you're saving, you probably have enough to do fusion. Okay. Oh, you can merge chats. Interesting. People try to hunt you down. If you can one key Nightmare Hydra, you basically have your pick of most clans. Yep. Yeah. Clan guild recruiting is horrible in every gacha game. Okay. Finding a clan to build from is tough. Just found my first solid clan 3 months into the game. Yeah. I was, like I'm still with my original clan and cluster that I joined when I first started the game. And a year and a half into it, like I'll show you guys here. Sorry. I'll duck out. I'll play my alt for a little bit. So this is my alt, Buzor. So this is my first account that I made. It's 3 months older than my main account that I basically play more often. But this clan, UNG Zephyr, and this cluster UNG is basically the first cluster and only cluster I've ever been in since I started Raid. Um, this is the highest clan in the cluster. So I started in the bottom and I went all the way up, and now I'm the leader of the cluster and then leader of the clan. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And then I have to build roster. We have a great group of guys here, and we had to suffer a lot of different situations. That's the thing is I've seen a lot of stuff as clan leader, clan cluster that you have to deal with. Leadership, people that lead are in leadership positions, they don't get enough love. You know what I mean? It's like a thankless job. No one gives a shit about it. And a lot of people, they just go into a clan and then they just expect it to run, and if it doesn't run, they just leave. And it's kind of like, oh well, that sucks. Like this guy we invested in, he just left. Things weren't going well, he just left. But then you have people that stay. You can't get upset for people for leaving, because that's just the way the game is played, right? That's the way the game is built. You have to go to wherever you can maximize your rewards. So you can't hold it against them. But it's like, it kind of sucks from a leadership standpoint, because you have to like now fill that gap with somebody. Your clan is weakened because that person left. So it's not fun. It's not fun. Anyways, if you guys want to talk about, clan stuff, I'm here for that. I can help you guys out wherever I can, but it's time consuming and it's stressful and it's not fun. Most games nowadays, joining Discord is a requirement. Yeah, I mean, if you do anything competitive, Discord is probably a requirement. There's not too many excuses. Mini whales are pretty welcome for personal CBC. I mean, it depends how you put your clan together, right? There's so many game modes in this game right now that it's really hard to find one person that is great in all modes. So sometimes you have to compromise and you take the guy that's a whale that's going to help you in CVC, but he fucking sucks everywhere. Or you take the guy that's like a super low spend grinder, like super frugal guy, but he's going to get maximum output from every single clash, like his Chimera, Hydra, his siege teams are on point, but his CVC is not going to be great. So you kind of have to make these compromises, right? Because the guys that are great in everything, they have like sky high expectations, right? So if your clan fails to meet those expectations, how much rope do you have with this guy before he like leaves, right? Just saying. Just things to consider, right? Sometimes it's just good to have consistent, active guys that just stick around and just easy to get along with, easy to communicate with. Like those are probably the best guys. Like stable, consistent. You can reach them if you need to. They follow instructions. They're helpful for your community. Like they help the new guys. They don't. Yeah, sometimes that's the best. And even if they're not the best in any kind of category, sometimes you just need guys like that. Right? I don't know. It depends what your style and clan is, right? Or your focus is. A lot of people left. Siege cost a lot of people. Siege left a lot of people for sure. Hey, Leon, what's up, man? My origin story, yeah. The best way early is to find one with the smaller creators and join their clan. Time to plug the cluster. Literally like a job. Yeah, exactly. I need a couple more active players in my clan. Yeah, people left us. I think Siege cost a lot of people players, because now there's a new threshold of expectations, right? To perform well in Siege. But if you want to perform well in Siege, that's T7, T8, Tier 7, Tier 8, you need a clan, like basically a full clan of really strong players. Like you can't have too many weak links in Siege. Like in Hydra and Chimera for a lesser extent. Chimera is just stupid. We explained that earlier. But for Hydra, you can have one guy do 100 multiple of another guy, 100 times what another guy can do. So if you have one guy that really is low, that one really good guy really makes up for it. But in Siege, you really need like collectively a really strong group. You can't really have weak people dragging down, you know, the stronger people, because the stronger people can't really make up that much more. Like you can't have 30 people getting carried by like one guy or two guys. But in Hydra, you can have one guy or two guys carry a whole clan. Like, so it's kind of different, right? So in Siege, you need a group. And when Siege, I think, dropped, I think most clans were not ready because most of the clans were not balanced in that way. So then the best players like saw like the ceiling went up in terms of rewards and expectations. So then they said, hey, this clan's not going to work, you know, because it's not strong enough collectively. And then they jump to like a more collectively stronger clan. Makes sense, right? Because to rebuild your clan to have a whole clan of strong accounts is very difficult, especially if you don't have an already established very strong clan. It's like, hey, you strong player, come to my clan that's not very strong. Are you okay with that? Like, most people are not, unless there's a specific reason, right? Unless there's a specific reason to do so. Like, hey, you know, my buddy's here, I'll come here. That's one reason. Or hey, you're booze war, I want to, you know, play with you and make fun of you, you know, therefore, you know, then they'll come, you know, some shit like that, right? But you know, mostly the best players, they want the best rewards, therefore they're going to go to the best clans, and it's just difficult. So what I'm trying to get at is like, the best way is to have people that stick around, you know, they're active and just are consistent and nice people, right? Nice people are always good. But yeah, it's tough to recruit. Siege is the most important thing in my clan. If you don't participate, you will be gone. Dun, dun, dun. I don't understand Siege in the slightest, not gonna lie. Me either. Me either, man. I was the clan leader. I didn't understand Siege until like 3 months ago when my Siege guy left. And then I'm like, oh fuck, I need to do something. Oh fuck, I need to think about Siege for a second. But now I kind of enjoy it a little bit actually. Siege is kind of fun, but our clan is not tier 7, tier 8. Like we can win every single fight in tier 6, but anything higher, like we're really gonna struggle. I think, but I think we're working towards it. That's the thing. We're working towards it, and I think Siege is probably gonna get some help sometime this year, because they can't let Siege stay the way it is. I think it's just gonna require some kind of tweaking. Somebody asked, what is the mode that needs some help? I would say Siege. Siege also needs some help. Turtles, yeah, turtles are great, amazing. I still use my turtles, like even for like Siege offense. They're just really good. Create and manage a company. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It is. It is. Mercurial replaced Pharaoh for PV, so it's worth less now. Yep, that's true. Yeah, Pharaoh are definitely seeing less use cases. But I mean, you still get the rewards from Siege, which is really good. Relic materials in tier 7 plus, and then you get the primal quartz or whatever. It's important. Hey Bob, how are you? Siege ridiculous. There are not enough tools to manage it. I agree. Yeah. I mean, it would be nice to see like what scrolls everybody has, right? What red scrolls and purple scrolls each one of your members has. Like, come on, man. Current class T6. I think the range in tier 6 is very wide. Like, you can make it to tier 6 and get a really, really bad matchup, like be totally outmatched, because the range of clans in tier 6 is very wide. So for me, tier 6 Siege, it feels like gold 5 classic arena, like almost, you know what I mean? So the range of opponent is very wide. And it's a very harsh reminder when you go to tier 7, because clans in tier 7 are very strong. Usually, of course, you can get somebody that's misplaced, like not supposed to be in tier 7, but it's very Yeah, it's very strong. Oh yeah, Toxie is amazing. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Teox. Toxie is amazing too. Toxie is my clanmate, officer in my clan. He's amazing too. But Teox is very amazing. He is 6-star blessed, so he is cranking out crazy amounts of damage here. I love this guy for PvE content. He does so much damage. He just like obliterates waves. For Grim Forest, he's amazing because he deals so much damage just against those bosses. I always look for him in my deck draft. I'm like, oh, I need Teox. Like, I need this guy. Like, I need to kill the goblin. You know, do the damage, break his shields and stuff. So he's just the best. Have you tested the fusion ally attack with fervor? Seems pretty busted in longer fights. Yes, I have. I tested. I put out a video today. If you guys are interested, definitely check it out. The problem with her fervor buff is that it's 2-turn duration, and she doesn't always use her A1 all the time. So if she doesn't have a buff extender to extend the fervor buffs, they're gonna fall off eventually. So you're not gonna get too many fervor buffs out at the same time, if that makes sense, unless you're just using her for A1. But the rest of her skills are pretty good. So you want to use her other skills too, right? So yeah, it's not you know, it's good, but I think it's maybe a little bit, maybe I didn't have the right team. That's the other thing too. You could definitely set it up so that she has a more optimized team. And then you can get more from her A1, for example. But for me, I didn't really see crazy interaction with the fervor, mainly because of the buff falling off. Refresh. Yay. Need Palace? Yeah, sure. Somebody else that has fervor would be nice. Yep. Got matched with the clan that a few guys with Carnage and 3 of our triple our total clan's power. Yeah. Sometimes the matchmaking can be really tough. Did you run her with Palace? No, I didn't run Palace. No. But yeah, somebody like Palace could make her a lot better for sure. We did like intentionally test her A1 a little bit more. So I just started using her A1 a little bit more. And then the ally attacks with the fervor champions was actually pretty nice. But because it's random, you don't know where it's going to land. Like, for example, I was landing like my fervor buffs on like Lydia, you know, random support champions that don't do any damage, right? So it's like hit or miss. But for sure, pretty nice for some extra damage. And yeah, for me, she's a really good Hydra champion. And for arena, she works. Not bad, but I don't think she's going to see too much use in arena. But she can be useful for maybe progressing accounts. And for waves and stuff, she'll definitely be really strong. But her main role is going to be Hydra for sure. I just think when you get a point, you're doing all the work in your clan, it might be a good time to join players more power. Unless you're a clan leader, then obviously you want to recruit. I mean, even clan leaders want to leave sometimes because it's too much work, right? It's so much work to keep up with the clan, and then when the clan doesn't work out, and it's easier just to jump ship and just play with somebody, some other team, right? So it's difficult. Yeah, it's difficult. I saw someone test it with Phoenix, who became an ally attack champion. That looked crazy. Also, don't underestimate how rare increased resistance is as a buff. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, increased resistance is very nice. Palace has an ally attack on her A1 too. Need another Argonite champ. Yeah, you can definitely make a more optimized team. 1-star Awakened Blade Master. Who's Blade Master? Rathalos? I mean, that seems fine. I don't know what your gear looks like, but you have the right stats. He's crit capped. He's decent speed. More crit damage, more attack would make sense. My issue with my clan is whenever we add someone new, we add some bum with 10 million clash points and no PvP potential. Hey man, sometimes you need those. Sometimes you need those filler role guys, right? You need the guy that increases your clan number so that it's more attractive to add somebody else. Because like it's more attractive to like join a clan with like 25 members instead of somebody with like 22 members, right? You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying that 25 members looks attractive anyway. 25 members looks pretty rough. But you know, sometimes you need that extra guy just to be that filler, you know, filler number, right? Never blamed clan leader or anything. Been a leader in other games, usually a pain in the butt. Yeah, yeah. Need your advice. Is better to spend 40 essence right now or wait and collect 300 and then spend it on another champion? I don't know. Like that's such a vague question, but you know, the higher blessings have more impact. So if you can save for higher blessings, of course, it's you know it's going to be more impactful. Is there a reason why you want to spend 40 now on one champion? I don't know, and it also depends on the champion, which champion you're going for, right? I don't know. It's a pretty vague question, but don't need more responsibility because one or two better items in store. No guarantee to win more clashes CVC. Yeah, so that's good. Yeah. All right. All right, guys. I think that's going to be it for the stream today. Appreciate you all hanging out. Thank you guys so much. You know, about 200, 250 you guys. So thank you guys so much for always making it a good time. Appreciate you guys being very, very, you know, active in chat. And yeah, hopefully you guys have a great day, have a great personal CVC and all that stuff. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We do the streams every 2 weeks during CVC. Sometimes we do little pop-up streams here and there, but we do have, you know, regular daily content on the channel. So if you guys like the content, make sure you guys like and subscribe and do all that cool stuff. Smash those buttons. Hopefully smash the good buttons, you know. But yeah, appreciate you guys all being here. Have a great day. And yeah, good luck on the Fusion if you guys are going for it. She's not bad. Make sure you guys check out the video on the Fusion. We just did a play test and all that stuff. She's not bad. She's pretty good. I'd say she's very good for most people. So, all right, guys. Thanks so much. Have a great one. Yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next video or next.